I look for everything. I'm curious to see how they play under the lights and in front of fans. And I'm excited to see how, it's the first time that we put a scouting report together, but it's the first time we've talked about, an opponent and what they do and how guys pick up on things. So there's a plethora of information out there to gather from something like this, and yet I get it. They're going to be nervous. There's going to be jitters. Probably be some for the veterans as well. So it's good to get that out of the way, and I think that'll be maybe the most important thing that happens tomorrow is we kind of get some of that stuff out of the way.
Coach, what were you able to take away from your close scrimmage at Vanderbilt?
Our guards are really good. I think that there's a tremendous amount of things that we can do lineup-wise. I was really pleased with the different lineups that we were able to play. They're a bigger team than they have been, and yet we handled that quite nicely. But again, I think it was, it's one of those where you play a lot of people and you look at a lot of different lineups. You get them exposed to a different uniform, and we stayed very, very basic and very generic. But it was something that we were pleased with the outcome and pleased with what we saw.
How has the freshman grown the starting practice that you had on before you guys are going to be on?
Can I answer that tomorrow? I think it's pretty good when you're out here from the first day, and there's that excitement level for the first practice, the first college practice, and then I think you kind of hit a little bit of a wall, and you have to fight through that and grow and push them through that, and now there's a certain level of excitement for the first time in front of fans, and I'm curious for that. I'm excited for them. I'm curious for that. Everybody reacts different. There's the term gamers and so on and so forth, and you see how guys play in front of a passionate fan base that we have and in front of our home crowd. So I'll be excited.
From this point last year to now, just what's different about this team?
Well, I think we're a team that's more perimeter oriented. I think our perimeter guys have. We've got the ability to drive the ball. We've got the ability to play, to push it ahead. We've shot the ball pretty well. We'll see how that handles with the little jitters that we'll have early tomorrow. But I think we've got to continue to grow defensively. I think we've got to continue to grow in terms of. We know we're thin up front. Georgie did some really, really good things in our scrimmage, and he's got to continue to grow. I look at him sometimes as an old man and realize he's a freshman. So, but we're a lot better team now than we were when we started. I think we'll continue to see that growth as we move forward.
Some of the guys mentioned the mindset's also different with this team from last year. It's just what would you kind of attribute to that?
Leadership. It's amazing when you get it. I think it's an influx. I think we got a swagger about us. I think these guys have a confidence, an inner confidence that is exciting. They work. So I think there's a lot of things that these guys believe, and now we've got to go out and earn the right and earn the respect and do all those things that come with feeling like that.
Do you have a starting lineup for tomorrow in mind?
Yeah, for one half. I mixed it all up the other day, and I think we'll see how it goes. I'll probably start, Trent and Io. Give the veterans AJ and Kipper a good look, and then Georgie at the 5, and then you'll see a plethora of different lineups throughout. But we'll see how those veterans do, and kind of let some of the younger guys. I say that I'm going to start 2 freshmen, but let some of these guys kind of soak it in a little bit. And and see if that gets them comfortable.
I know the guys are really excited to face some live competition after all the head-to-head practice.
No doubt.
How excited are you to kind of get to see the guys in a game atmosphere?
Yeah,
Kind of see what they can
I'm as excited as they are. I think it's there's always a curious to see how guys react, and I think that's very much the case. And I'm equally excited for them because I know why these guys are here. I know why they want to compete. They want to play for the name on the front of the jersey. So I'm excited to see them respond. There'll be mistakes, and there'll be a slew of them. And I expect that. But you got to play through those, and you got to get some of those things out of the way. And tomorrow night's a good starting point for that.
His sound as a guy that was maybe playing catch-up when he got here. Where's his development been just in the last month?
Still catching up. Still catching up. I think that, it's he's made a lot of progress. There's no doubt. He was a guy that was a big surprise over the weekend. I think he's a guy that we're continually getting to challenge on the glass and understand what we're doing. But defensively, he was a factor. He was a presence, and very pleased to see his progress.
Some of what you say there reminds me of Greg Eberle, how you talked about him last year. Is it similar cases or very different in terms of their basketball development?
Yeah, I think it's they're different games. They have a different game, but I think everybody kind of runs their race at a different pace sometimes, and obviously. Simon not being here, the fundamental things that he missed out on, he's still catching up to. And you get a lot of things thrown at you. We don't have a lot in yet. We're still pretty basic. And the more we put in, the more challenging some things can become. But he can impact us defensively and on the glass, and he's gaining confidence offensively. So that's important.
Trent struggled in this game last year. How different is Fisher going into this year versus what he was?
Well, God, I hope he's a lot different. I think the one thing that he's the guy that I don't worry about too much. Trent's been really good. I think his efforts become extremely consistent. I think he's grown into that. I think he's got a swagger, a confidence that he knows that he's a good player. And last year, there was so much doubt and question marks. And to his credit, he fought through that. And I think we'll see that guy that has got that swagger about him that he's very confident.
What do you know about Ryan's Illinois Wesleyan program?
They're good. I've known Ron since he was an assistant at Wichita State, and you look back at the history of that program, and he's got a bunch of guys back. They're an older team. His son's a terrific player. Their guards are heady. They're smart. They can really shoot it. It'd be a great challenge for us. And it's like I tell our team, there's an advantage to being old. They're a great example of that. They're a veteran team that they know each other. They've got great chemistry. They've been together for a while. They've got decent size. And so it'll be a great opportunity for our guys to go against a team that executes and runs good motion and they run some things, and then they play extremely hard defensively. So it's exactly what you want in this game.
Adonis is out before getting shots up. How is he progressing at this point?
That's a great sign. He's just the natural maturation and natural healing process of a knee. We're out there getting shots. He does a lot of our dry stuff with us. He's becoming more active in some of our defensive things, that's a process that he's got to have to get that comfortable and healthy. And I mean comfortable mentally as much as the physical part. So yeah, he's made a lot of progress here in the last 14 days.
You didn't talk about Andres Feliz for your first 5 guys, but he's got to be right up there.
Yeah, Andres was incredible in our scrimmage. I mean, he was arguably our best player in terms of the numbers that he had. Nobody kept him out of the paint. I think he drew 11 fouls in the scrimmage. He plays with great tempo, great pace, and he's getting much better on the defensive end, and he's a very good defender. He's just getting tuned into what we're doing and how we do things. He's played it at a little different style maybe than he has in the past, but yeah, he's been terrific.
So Io working with the bigs just now. How many different positions is he going to learn, even though you don't have positions?
All 5, whatever that is. I think that's the one thing that we're continuing to grow with this group is you're going to see. It's all about mismatches and putting guys into situations in the floor. We feel like we've got an advantage. We've been playing Trent there a bunch. We've been playing Andres there a bunch. We popped Georgie out on the perimeter because he can shoot threes. So our diversity on the offensive end is still a work in progress, but it's something that we're way ahead of where we were last year, being able to do some of those things.
I mean, that potential lineup that has Io, Trent, and Andres in it, if one of them can do that well, is that just open up even more options to use that group?
It was a pretty good one for us last weekend. So that's 3 guys that are really fast and play downhill, and they can all play in ball screens. The one thing that I was very pleased with, they don't even, most of those guys don't, all 3 of those guys don't need a ball screen to get open. They have the ability to create and bring the defender down without help. So I was encouraged by that small group, and you'll see it again tomorrow night.
Coach, I know we've talked with you in the past. You've asked the Latin Nation to be patient with you guys in recruiting and trust that you guys have a plan. As we head into signing day here coming up quicker rather than later, what do you want them to know about where you guys are at in that state?
I'd say recruiting's an ongoing process, and I tell people all the time they've got to love you as much as you love them. And the guys that we're after, they fit what we're doing, and we've got a bunch of guys that have chosen to sign late. We can't control that. That's becoming more and more common now as we've got a new set of rules. We've lost some. That's going to be expected. You don't get everybody that you want. But we've got an unbelievable staff that put together a top 10 class last year. Most of them we signed late, and I think that'll be a very similar. And we'll see here. I think it'll be a very similar type system this year in terms of evaluating, and we continue to do that and find the right pieces that fit us.
Mark Smith granted immediate eligibility at Mizzou. Are you in favor of just all kids getting one-time transfers, or I know you guys supported that, right, decision with him?
Yeah. Winning's really hard, and I think that when guys transfer, I want them to be a part of something we want to be about. And if they're not that, I've got no problem. Everybody's got a differing opinion on that. So that was wish Mark the best. And hope he's successful in his career, and I don't hold anything against any athlete or anybody that in those cases. But yeah, that's. I wish Mark the best, and glad for him.
In your eyes, though, if guys could transfer one time without penalty, would you be in favor of that?
I think every situation's different.
Is that waiver play a little inconsistent? Because I know you tried to get one for Tyler last year, which seemed like a fairly straightforward case, but didn't get that approved.
Wrong guy to ask that. I wasn't in any of those. I don't have access to any of those. We appealed last year on Tyler's case and didn't win, so I think every scenario is different, and every situation is different, and I think we're not privy to those meetings and what goes on. I don't know.
Coach, on the recruiting front, how close do you feel like you are to having what you want on this roster and this team?
Very. I mean, I think that one of the challenges that we face this fall in recruiting, a lot of new guys. Everybody looks at our roster, and every other school we recruit against looks at your roster and says, where do you fit? Where do you play? Everybody's telling them we got a top 10 recruiting class. You gotta fight through that. Yet we do. And we've got a lot of really good pieces. And but there's some holes, and we need to fight through. And like I said, we've got some guys that have chosen to wait late, and a few here early, and we'll see.
Let's do
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks, Brian.